Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Hey wife, did you know that Anchor is sponsoring our show?
Really? Don't we use Anchor to distribute our podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts?
Yeah, and we are on just about every other platform available as well, thanks to them.
Why do we use Anchor as our podcasting service?
Well, they make editing and distributing our show a breeze.
What if one of our listeners wants to start their own podcast?
Then they should head over to anchor.fm or download the app to get started.
Awesome! You guys should go do that right now! Husband.
Wife.
I'm feeling kind of not really on this at the moment, given what's happening in the world, but do you remember what happened yesterday?
Yeah, we just got done talking about some pretty heavy shit, so yeah. Sorry, we're still recovering from that. We should have recorded it because it was a really great conversation, actually.
It was.
But we didn't, alas.
Alas.
So we don't have a producer who's constantly got a mic on us. But anyway.
Well, our sympathies are with all of the families of the people in Uvalde, Texas.
Definitely.
And that's some of what we were discussing.
Yeah.
So it just...
And I think we're going to have more of a discussion definitely on the way for our Patreon episode that's coming up very, very, very soon because we are woefully behind on that.
Yeah.
But yes.
It just felt trite to come in here in the middle of all this and cheerfully ask, husband, do you remember what happened in our Bible reading yesterday?
Right. The discussion right now is about the shootings.
Yeah.
And specifically the shooting down in Texas. So.
Well, in the grocery store one less than a week before that in Buffalo.
But I mean kids.
Yes.
I mean, that's...
Yes. Babies.
Yeah. It's just tragic.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Do you remember?
Do I remember? I think that, let's see, what do I remember? I remember that Samuel, I think, fired Saul.
I was just going to say, yeah, he was like,
is that
you're
right?
Fired.
And then...
Because Samuel was late, and Saul was like, fuck, I guess I got to go ahead and do this without him, and then he got fired for being efficient.
Right, yeah. So I think we got kind of left on a cliffhanger as to what's going to actually happen.
Yeah, we
But
did.
last I remember, they were like sending out parties to the Philistines were sending out parties to fight Saul and Jonathon.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go find out in chapter
14
what is going to happen. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay, 1 Samuel chapter 14.
All right.
Hold on to your butts, because this is a bit of a lengthy one.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
One day, we're on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
No big.
Yeah.
One day, Jonathon said to his armor bearer, "Come on, let's go over to where the Philistines have their outpost."
Oh,
that sounds fun, yeah.
I thought they left out, like, with the Philistines coming to them.
I guess they're going to go
They're going to
sneak
go,
out.
okay, all right, sure.
Party, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. But Jonathon did not tell his father what he was doing. Yeah, he was definitely on a party.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back at the camp... No, just kidding. Meanwhile, Saul and his 600 men... Oh, remember? They had dwindled.
Right,
Their dudes dwindled.
Yep.
They were camped on the outskirts of Gibeah, around the pomegranate tree at Migron. Migron.
Well, at least they had some food. Yeah.
I love pomegranates. Oh, my God. Among Saul's men was Ahijah the priest, who was wearing the ephod, the priestly vest.
That's very important for fighting.
I mean, for them it is.
I guess, yeah.
He's got his ephod on.
Right.
He's got his ephod. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
I don't even know what the fuck you're referencing.
Instead of, he's got his hash pipe.
Oh.
You know?
Okay.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, I didn't get that from what you said.
Wow.
But,
okay.
But Weezer,
well,
then.
Yeah.
Okay, got
it. Duh.
Okay.
Ahijah of the ephod,
yeah,
was the son of Ichabod's brother, Ahitub.
Ahitub? Okay.
Son of Phinehas, son of Eli, the priest of the Lord, who had served at Shiloh.
Okay.
Begat.
Right.
No one realized that Jonathan had left the Israelite camp.
Not a one.
Well, he did not have a GPS tracker on him at the time.
Right,
so.
yeah.
To reach the Philistine outpost, Jonathan had to go down between two rocky cliffs that were called Bozez and Senna.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
The cliff on the north was in front of Michmash, Paddywhack. And the one on the south was in front of Geba. Hey, let's go across to the outpost of those pagans,
Yeah.
Jonathan said to
Sounds
his
like a
armor
blast.
bearer. I love fucking with the pagans.
It's just the two of them, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps the Lord will help us, for nothing can hinder the Lord.
Right.
He can win a battle whether he has many warriors or only a few.
Yeah.
Do what you think is best, the armor bearer replied. I'm with you completely, whatever you decide.
It probably was more emphatic than that, but
it
maybe
sounds,
not.
I mean, the way he's like, whatever you decide, makes it sound like he's like, if you think this is best, I guess I don't have a choice because I
Right.
bear
You're in
your
charge.
arms.
Yep. Right.
All right, then, Jonathan told him. We will cross over and let them see us.
What? Why?
Because
Why would you do that?
God's on our side,
That's
right?
really they're gonna die.
Probably. I mean, if there's any justice in this story.
Okay.
If they say to us, stay where you are, we'll kill you, then we will stop and not go up to them. But if they say, come on up and fight, then we will go up.
Okay.
That will be the Lord's sign that he will help us defeat them.
It could be the sign that there's only two of them and lots more of the others.
I've decided that for God. I've decided for God what his test and meanings are.
Yeah.
I've interpreted
he knows
for
what
myself.
God wants.
Sure he does. Sure.
Because he wants to real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonathan is picking a fucking fight.
Yeah.
And, like usual, like men do.
Yeah.
He's using the religious texts to do whatever the fuck he wants.
Sure. Yeah.
When the Philistines saw them coming, they shouted, look! The Hebrews are crawling out of their holes! Crawling out of their holes, huh?
I guess.
Then the men from the outpost shouted at Jonathan, come on up here and we'll teach you a lesson.
Yeah.
Come on, climb right behind me, Jonathan said to his armor bearer, for the Lord will help us defeat him. Because I just decided that is true.
I thought that that God didn't like them because they just ditched Saul for what?
I don't understand.
Why would you think this?
I have no idea.
Okay.
He's like, sure, I've led a privileged, blessed life.
I guess.
So I've decided for myself that God is awesome and everybody should be so awesome.
I mean, you do you, man.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what the arms bearer was saying.
Right.
Like, okay. So they climbed up using both hands and feet, and the Philistines fell before Jonathan, and his armor bearer killed those who came behind them.
What?
They killed some 20 men in all.
Oh my God.
And their bodies were scattered over half an acre.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
This story's horrible and I hate it.
Right.
Suddenly, panic broke out in the Philistine army. Both in the camp and in the field, including even the outposts and raiding parties.
Because two people came up and killed people.
Yeah.
What?
Because
Okay.
God's on their side.
Yeah, I guess.
Sure. And just then an earthquake struck, and everyone was terrified. And was the earthquake saying, Jonathan, get the fuck back on your side?
Right.
Or was the earthquake saying, oh yeah, Jonathan believes in me full-heartedly and I'm a vain God, so yeah, I'm going to shake those Philistines up. Yeah,
who knows?
Go,
Because God doesn't actually say anything ever.
And he's a fickle little bitch.
Right.
Okay, Saul's lookouts in Gibeah of Benjamin saw a strange sight. Yeah, I bet they did.
Yeah, right.
The vast army of Philistines began to melt away in every direction.
Huh. Because of two fucking people, huh?
Two dumb kids picking a fucking fight.
It's ridiculous.
Call the roll and find out who's missing, Saul ordered. He knew it had to be somebody, right?
Right,
He knew.
yeah.
He's like, somebody went over there.
Right.
It couldn't just be that they're like running away.
Yeah.
Somebody went over there.
Why does he got to know anyway? They're melting away. You should go be like, oh, let's go finish them off,
Let's
right?
go finish them off, right? Yeah. Crawling out of their holes.
It doesn't matter who's gone. Let's just go do this.
Yeah, yeah.
Wasting time.
And when they checked, though, they found that Jonathan and his armor bearer were gone.
I mean, obviously.
Duh.
Yeah. We already knew that.
Yeah. This was not written with the end reader in mind.
Right, yeah.
Then Saul shouted to Ahijah, bring the ephod here!
Yeah, because that's really important.
For at that time Ahijah was wearing the ephod in front of the Israelites.
Okay.
Yeah, you already told us that.
Yeah.
But while Saul was talking to the priest, the confusion in the Philistine camp grew louder and louder. So Saul said to the priest, "Never mind, let's get going."
There you go. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, go.
Okay.
Just go, stupid.
Yeah.
Then Saul and all his men rushed out to the battle and found the Philistines killing each other.
What the hell?
Why?
This is ridiculous.
Oh, I am mad at Nazis, so I'm going to stab my husband, who's not a Nazi.
God
What?
apparently confused them so much that they started killing each other.
Okay.
Which I don't believe for even a second, but
No,
okay.
No. There was terrible confusion everywhere.
Apparently. I mean, if they're killing each other, yeah, for sure.
Even the Hebrews, who had previously gone over to the Philistine army, revolted and joined in with Saul, Jonathon, and the rest of the Israelites. For fuck's sake.
Okay. All right.
This is stupid.
It really is.
Likewise, the men of Israel who were hiding in the hill country of Ephraim joined the chase when they saw the Philistines running away.
Why were they fucking hiding?
I don't
Who
know.
are these fuckers that were hiding?
I don't know.
Okay.
People
All right.
that wanted to avoid
This is people
war.
pouring out of the goddamn woodwork here.
Uh-huh. All of a sudden.
Right.
All of a sudden.
Yeah.
Oh, because remember his Saul's army had dwindled, right?
Yeah, no, I know.
And so now they see that God is with the Israelites, and so now they're coming back.
Right. It's
because
just
they're
that,
fair weather
like,
fans.
I don't understand where these people were. Like, why were they just in the hill country hiding?
I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, none of it does. So the Lord saved Israel that day,
Yeah, I guess.
and the battle continued to rage even beyond Bethaven. Okay.
Sure.
Whatever.
They chased him and killed him more.
Good.
'Cause,
Yay. What?
You know, God. Yay.
I
That's just,
I cannot get excited
I don't-
about this because it wasn't earned.
Okay,
It wasn't earned.
no, but and I have a question here. Like, legit, isn't Samuel the prophet? Like, Samuel's a prophet, right, of the Lord,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay, Samuel just fired Saul, right, and this is Saul's army essentially, and apparently God's still on their side.
I have no idea where God stands on this, but apparently he decided, since Saul's son Jonathan was such a fan,
Yeah,
that he would send down a little bit of
it just
help.
feels like God is really fickle about when and who and if he's going to support people.
Yeah, and
like-
you can never guess which way it'll go.
If you just stroke his ego enough, maybe he'll support you that day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Or maybe he won't. You never know. If you die, you die. If you don't, you don't.
Because
And essentially, there's no
could-
rhyme or reason to it.
you could
Huh.
stroke his ego, and then it could be like, oh, you're trying too hard to get my affections. You're trying to buy me. Therefore, I'm going to pour lava on your head.
It's almost like the outcome is as random as randomness.
Oh, now there's food for thought. Huh. Now, the men of Israel were pressed to exhaustion that day.
Yeah.
I guess. Because Saul had placed them under an oath, saying, "Let a curse fall on anyone who eats before evening, before I have full revenge on my enemies."
Jeez.
What a
Like,
dick.
they can't even fucking eat? That seems counterproductive to having a good working
Right?
army, right?
But we're beneath a pomegranate tree.
Yeah, couldn't I just snag one real quick on the way?
What if a pomegranate just
fell in your
happened to
mouth.
fall into my pocket
Right.
where I was peeling it?
Yeah, and there's like no bad
taking
guys
little
around right now.
pics.
Couldn't I just like, just a little bit?
Nobody saw me.
Right, yeah.
Whatever. Fuck Saul. Sorry, but fuck him. So no one ate anything all day, even though they had all found honeycomb on the ground in the forest.
Okay. Just honeycomb just on the ground in the forest, huh?
Clearly it fell out of a tree.
I guess.
I mean, isn't that what happens?
I have never seen just honeycomb laying around in the forest, ever.
No?
No.
Well, you should apparently go to this great land where honeycombs just
Fall
lie
out
around.
of
Yeah.
things and stuff
Yeah.
and lay all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
And pomegranates.
And pomegranates, yeah.
They didn't dare touch the honey because they all feared the oath they had taken. But Jonathan had not heard his father's command because,
Yeah.
he was a stupid teenager.
Right, he was
who-
off killing people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he dipped the end of his stick into a piece of honeycomb and ate the honey.
Sure, why not?
After he had eaten it, he felt refreshed.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the men saw him and said, "Your father made the army take a strict oath that anyone who eats food today will be cursed." Hello?
Oh, man.
That is why everyone is weary and faint.
Yeah, I guess he's fucked now.
"Ugh, my father has made trouble for us all," Jonathan exclaimed. A command like that only hurts us. See how refreshed I am now that I've eaten this little bit of honey? If the men had been allowed to eat freely from the food they found among our enemies, think how many more Philistines we could have killed.
Right, yeah.
And that's the important part of this. We like killing them.
More importantly, too, here, like, I never have understood, like, there's multiple people throughout the Bible that have been able to curse people, and I'm like, why? How do they have that ability? What is that?
Do you have magic?
Right.
What is that magic thing?
I don't understand this whole fucking cursed magic bullshit.
Right.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, I don't understand. And the way the oaths are given and exchanged, it's like, oh, this was an oath that was given and can never be broken or else we'll die.
Right.
Like, what?
Yeah.
That's so serious and ridiculous. And can we not be reasonable and like maybe renegotiate this oath?
Never.
Or have a discussion amongst adults?
Not even a little bit.
Okay, that's stupid.
Yeah.
They chased and killed the Philistines all day from Michmash Paddywhack to Ajalon, growing more and more faint.
Okay.
That evening, they rushed for the battle plunder and butchered the sheep, goats, cattle, and calves. But they ate them without draining the blood.
That's against God's laws.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Someone reported to Saul.
Right?
Yeah, I bet they did. I would tattle on that because that one is well established.
Yeah.
You are not supposed to do that.
I mean, I wouldn't because I don't give a fuck.
No, I wouldn't tattle. I was kidding.
Right.
But I would definitely stand clear.
I'd be like, whoa, you guys are eating those things just like fresh.
Like willy-nilly. Like
that's
I
gross.
wouldn't partake.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily rat you out, but you ain't hiding in my attic.
Right. That's
all I'm
some
saying.
severe hunger.
Yeah.
Like, you guys have been not eating for an entire day and you're that hungry?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pigs. Ooh, look, the men are sinning against the Lord by eating meat that still has blood in it.
Mm-hmm.
That is very wrong, Saul said.
It is.
I mean,
according to God.
It has been for years.
It has.
So, I mean, they know better than that.
To be fair.
Find a large stone and roll it over here. Then go out among the troops and tell them, bring the cattle, sheep, and goats here to me. Kill them here and drain the blood before you eat them. Do not sin against the Lord by eating meat with the blood still in it. Hello?
But are they getting a free pass on the ones that they did?
I have no idea. It seems like they shouldn't get a free pass.
Right.
But it sounds like they are getting a free pass.
Yeah.
So that night, all the troops brought their animals and slaughtered them there. Then Saul built an altar to the Lord. It was the first of the altars he built to the Lord.
Ah, okay.
Hey, go altar building. Yay.
Wait, didn't he just get in trouble for doing offerings to God?
But he's been fired, so he probably feels like, fuck it.
He's like, I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
I got nothing to lose.
Yeah, right.
I'm not a king anymore. I'm just a guy. And this guy right here, who's got 2 thumbs and builds altars?
Right.
Me. This guy.
Mm-hmm.
Then Saul said, let's chase the Philistines all night and plunder them until sunrise. Whee! Let's destroy every last one of them.
Right. Why not?
That sounds fun. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Want to do it?
Come
on, let's go.
Sounds like a plan, I guess.
Yeah. His men replied, we'll do whatever you think is best. But the priest said, excuse me, let's ask God first.
Yeah. That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, let's do that. I mean, in canon, in Bible world.
Right.
Yeah, maybe you should.
You might want to run it by him. Yeah.
Yeah, because you never know which way he's going to feel.
Exactly.
So Saul asked God, hey, should we go after the Philistines? Will you help us to defeat them? But God made no reply that day. So I would say no.
Right, yeah, let's just not do this.
If you did not get a sign
no reply,
yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God,
no replies are not good for you.
Yeah, God only sends replies that you can very obviously know which way he's...
Yeah, like earthquakes totally mean...
Yeah.
It's
whichever thing you want, somehow you know what it means.
Yeah.
Then Saul said to the leaders, something's wrong. I want all my army commanders to come here. We must find out what sin was committed today.
Okay.
His son ate honey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. The whole fucking army's eating fucking blood-ridden meat. And the sin is going to be his son who didn't hear the oath is eating honey.
I bet you anything.
That's going to be the fucking sin?
I bet you anything. He picked up sticks on the wrong fucking day.
That is bullshit.
That is bullshit.
And I'm sorry, but that's just not... That's not acceptable. I'm sorry.
Ignorance is no excuse.
It is when some motherfucker that's an Israelite is making up the goddamn oath and you didn't hear the fucking oath.
And it wasn't a God oath anyway. It was just dude said, don't do it.
Right.
For whatever reason.
Yeah. Laws have to be posted. Rules have to be posted.
Yeah.
Have to be heard to be, relevant.
I didn't get your fucking memo, Dad.
Right.
Ooh.
Now he's probably going to have to fucking kill him to appease God or some bullshit.
I bet he's going to have to kill his son for eating honey.
Wow.
This is stupid and I hate it.
I agree.
I vow by the name of the Lord, said Saul.
No, he's going to vow that he's going to...
Who rescued Israel, that the sinner will surely die.
Yep, there it is.
Yep,
there
here it comes. Even if it is my own son, Jonathan.
No, it is, buddy.
Yeah. But no one would tell him what the trouble was. Because who wants to say, oh, actually it was your son, my dude.
Right.
Then Saul said, Jonathan and I will stand over here, and all of you will stand over there. And the people responded to Saul, whatever you think is best.
Okay.
Then Saul said, he prayed, O Lord God of Israel, please show us who is guilty and who is innocent. Then they cast sacred lots. Sacred ones. They threw the bones.
Yeah, right. Because that's going to totally get you the answer.
They rolled a 20-sided die.
Right.
Dice.
Yeah.
No, dice is 2 or more.
It's a die. It's 1.
It's a 20D, right?
Yes.
Okay. And Jonathan and Saul were chosen as the guilty ones. Boom. And the people were declared innocent. Shit! Then Saul said, shit! Now cast lots again and choose between me and Jonathan.
Oh.
I mean, okay, Saul, you don't need to cast lots. You know if you did a sin.
Right.
Did you do a sin, Saul?
Right.
Saul, did you do a sin?
Right.
If the answer is no, then it was your son. Right. So then you turn to your son and you say, son.
What the fuck did you do, man?
You did a sin.
Right. What'd you do?
What was the sin? And then...
Although I'm not okay with this, though.
No. But I don't understand why is Saul going through these motions?
I don't know.
Maybe I did a sin that I didn't know about.
Right.
Well, then it wasn't a fucking sin, you dipshit.
Right.
And Jonathan was shown to be the guilty one.
Of course.
I told you this was going to happen. Oof. Tell me what you have done, Saul demanded of Jonathan. I tasted a little honey, Jonathan admitted. It was only a little bit on the end of my stick. Does that deserve death? Yes, Jonathan.
Oh my God.
Saul said. You must die. May God strike me and even kill me if you do not die for this.
Wow.
He is going to kill his own son.
Because he made a stupid vow.
That was pointless and made no fucking sense. That his son never heard.
Right.
And it wasn't even a God vow.
A decent God would not let this happen.
Right.
Or even give a shit.
Right.
Like, really? He ate honey?
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Just common sense. This is stupid.
Get your shit together.
Like, am I missing something here? Like, come on. What? This is dumb, guys, right?
Yeah.
Why are we killing this guy? He just killed a bunch of people for us.
Yeah.
That, and now we're going to kill him because he ate some fucking honey?
I think that they just like to kill things. Oh, but the people broke in and said to Saul, Jonathan has won this great victory for Israel.
Oh, well, good. Yeah. Good, yeah.
Should he die? Far from it.
No, yeah.
As surely as the Lord lives, not one hair on his head will be touched. For God helped him do a great deed today.
Right.
So, God helped him, therefore he should live, but also there was a vow made to God, so he should die.
And God wasn't on their side because of this, according to, what they've said.
Yeah.
So, he was not he was not answering them about going to kill the rest of the Philistines.
Yeah.
So, apparently, God does want him dead.
Yeah.
At least based on his answer.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see. But
we'll see.
Probably going to change his mind again because God's, weird.
So the people rescued Jonathan and he was not put to death.
Oh.
Well, good.
Huh.
This is a surprise, though.
But is this going to turn out bad for them? Is this going to lose them favor with God?
I feel like this is going to be bad.
I feel like that, too, because technically God... They're making Saul break a vow.
Yeah.
Which,
to God.
I mean, that one dude... Who was that one dude that killed his daughter? I can't remember his name now.
Oh, me neither.
But anyway, some dude had to kill his daughter because he made a fucking vow to God.
Yeah.
And now this guy's...
because he said, the first thing that comes out to greet me, and then she...
Right.
It was... Yeah, I don't remember who it was.
Right. It wasn't Samson, was it?
No, I don't think so.
It was somebody. I can't remember who it was now.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long ago. Now I feel stupid, but...
Whatever.
I can remember the fucking 3 tribes, but not this. Come on.
Yeah.
Damn.
Then Saul called back the army from chasing the Philistines. Those fucking pagans. And the Philistines returned home.
Okay. Yeah.
The Philistines, they went.
They left.
Bye.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, when Saul had secured his grasp on Israel's throne... Oh, I guess he's still king.
I guess so.
The throne.
Yeah.
He fought against his enemies in every direction. Against Moab, Ammon, Edom, the kings of Zobah, and the Philistines. And wherever he turned, he was victorious.
But God had already installed somebody in his place because
that's what
there's a
Samuel
lot
said.
of fucking back and forth here about some really important shit.
Yeah, like
that
who
doesn't make a lot of sense.
is the king and who placed him there and who and what?
And, like, Samuel's supposed to be, like, okay, Samuel's a prophet of God, right?
Yeah.
So he was wrong, which then wouldn't that make him not a prophet of God and a false prophet?
Yeah, I
and
would
then
think
he
so.
should die?
He should die.
Because he's a false prophet?
I would have been more okay with him dying than with Jonathon dying.
I'm just saying, like, if this is the way it's going, he was a false prophet and he should die.
He should
according
die.
to the Bible.
Yeah.
So I'm really confused as to what's going on here because everything seems to be wrong.
They keep trying to lay this out for me, and as soon as I think I get it, then they give me another story, and it goes against everything that we just read.
Yeah, they keep changing the fucking rules out from under us.
Oh,
like,
how Christian. Okay. He performed great deeds and conquered the Amalekites, saving Israel from all those who had plundered them. Yay, go Saul.
Right.
Okay. Saul's sons included Jonathon, Ishbosheth, and Malchishua.
Okay.
He also had 2 daughters, Merab, who was older, and Michal. Saul's wife was Ahinoam, the daughter of Ahimaaz.
Okay.
The commander of Saul's army was Abner. Oh, that's neat.
That's neat.
Abner was the name of Marion's dad in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, interesting.
He was looking for Abner.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, hey, Abner had this piece. It means nothing. Do you have it? And Marion is like...
There's a lot of biblical names in the world. And I never really knew how many were biblical.
Right.
Like, especially now that we're reading this, I'm like, wow, there's...
Yeah, I had no idea.
A lot of names come from the Bible.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
So the commander of Saul's army was Abner, the son of Saul's uncle Ner.
Okay.
Saul's father Kish and Abner's father Ner were sons of Abiel. The Israelites fought constantly with the Philistines throughout Saul's lifetime. So whenever Saul observed a young man who was brave and strong, he drafted him into his army. The end.
Okay, like this book is called First Samuel, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Samuel, I'm just not getting this.
I'm not either.
Like, what the fuck happened here?
Why isn't this book about Saul? Like, why isn't this book called Saul instead of First Samuel?
Right, and if it is about Samuel, something really weird just happened.
Yeah.
You know, like, this is exactly against what God had told Samuel.
Right.
Which, again, somebody should have died here.
Yeah.
Somebody. I mean,
somebody was supposed to die.
And God didn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
So I'm a little perturbed and confused as to what's going on here.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
It doesn't make any goddamn sense. I agree with you 100%.
All right. Well, maybe it will clarify itself in tomorrow's podcast.
Do you think in 1 Samuel chapter 15 somebody will die?
I'm sure somebody will die. I don't know who, but somebody probably will die.
Do you think Jonathon will finally get in trouble for that honey?
I am not going to make any guesses as to who's going to die because this has been a really fucked up book so far as far as who's dying and who's not.
Yeah, totally. I agree.
Or at least this chapter was for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we'll get into it tomorrow and we'll be reading 1 Samuel chapter 15.
Correct.
And
then on Saturday will be our Q&A, and on Sunday will be our weekly replay.
Wait, are we at the end of the week already? Damn.
Well, Friday is going to be, this is Thursday.
Sorry, I'm lost track of time apparently. So, all right, so we'll be doing that, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.